Gen Z is finally taking a break from social media, and I could not be happier. Now, let me explain. Gen Z, we're a very, I guess you can call it tech savvy generation because we grew up in the early 2000s where, for me, watching movies was on a VHS, where we'd have a small rectangle box, put that into a television, and watch Disney movies. Then that kind of transitioned over to CDs, and now it's kind of transitioned over to streaming services, Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, all that kind of stuff. But the main thing I want to talk about, again, is social media, and the fact that Gen Z is taking a step away from it. I could not be happier about this because, as somebody that grew up, I, I guess, grew up in terms of social media later than everybody else. I did not get Snapchat until I was 14. I did not get Instagram till I was 17. Now, these were conscious choices by me because I didn't see the big deal about social media at that point in time, in the, well, I guess, between 2012 and 2018, where I didn't see the need for it. The only reason I downloaded both was to keep in contact with my friends. And that's actually a thing where the majority of Gen Z will use social media. 68% will use social media just for scrolling, 19% for messages, and 13% for other reasons. Now, the messenger was the only thing I cared about, just keeping in contact with my friends. I didn't really care about the scrolling through social media because, well, at that point in time, it wasn't that really much of a bad thing. It was kind of the same thing with Facebook. You'd scroll through Facebook, see a couple things of people that you are friends with, people that you're not, and that's it. But mainly with the rise of AI and all that kind of stuff, Gen Z is taking a step away because social media itself has become not contaminated, but it's just so different from what it used to be, and not in a good way. 41% of Gen Z is cutting back on social media for pretty good reasons, one of which just being burnout. Because if you're somebody who doesn't have a lot going on in their life and you decide to just pull out your phone, pull up Instagram and start scrolling, doom scrolling for hours, that's hours of your life that you could have spent doing something else. And even if you didn't, is it really something that productive to do? Now, I've fallen into this trap before. I had nothing to do on a Saturday, unlike today where I'm filming, but I had nothing to do, and my friends were busy, and I had nothing to do around the house, and so I just pulled out my phone, pulled up Instagram, and started scrolling. A few things I found funny, a few things I found interesting, and by the time I got off it, I realized I'd be on Instagram doom scrolling for 3.5 hours. That's staggering to me. That 3.5 hours just went like that. Just gone. Quick as ever. And it's something that I could have done doing something else instead of just on my phone, doom scrolling, and giving myself constant but unnecessary dopamine hits. Now, two other reasons why Gen Z is getting off social media is just, again, with the rise of AI and just AI content in general. And that's the thing, is because when people on Instagram and just social media in general, and they make accounts and they post stuff because it's for friends, it's for family, they want to become an influencer and stuff like that. But even if it is for, like, I guess, less than reputable reasons, they're still genuine about it. Now, trust me, not a lot of people on Instagram are genuine about the things that go on in their life. And the things that you see, as I've said in videos in the past, is the top 1%, if not, like, very, very good days for them. Now, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about people being genuine and authentic on social media. That is not what AI is. AI is a facade, and it is something that is contaminating social media, and Gen Z is realizing this. It's something that they don't want to see. It's the lack of connection. Because again, that's just all it is. Social media was a way for people to connect, either with friends or family, or just with people that they found interesting. You could go onto Instagram and you could see an account of somebody that you like, realize that they might be in the same country as you, follow them, maybe send them a message, and sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not. And if it did, then that's that. You've made a connection. And it's the lack of connection and the rise of AI in social media that is causing Gen Z to take a step back. And I couldn't be happier about this. Just the fact that Gen Z is realizing this, and they've had the cognitive ability to realize the shit that's going on with social media and having the conscious decision to take a step back and just observe it from a different lens and realize the choices they want to make with taking a step back from social media, I couldn't be happier, honestly. Now, these are the reasons why, and if you are somebody from Gen Z who is on social media on a somewhat regular basis, I want you to just have a look at it. Have a look at the stuff that's on there and realize how much it's changed. Some of you might think it's changed for the better, and others might think it's changed for the worst. Now, I want you to make that decision yourself. But I just wanted to, I guess, share some kind of good news with the fact that Gen Z is finally realizing this and making an informed and good decision for themselves and for their well-being in terms of social media, both influence and consumption. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed and took something out of it, and I'll see you in the next one.